in-person live YouTube video on the Wheel Talk Live podcast. Thanks to Ian there for saving the day, finding a camera for us to record it. Absolute pleasure to have you on. Like I said to you earlier, I've heard a lot about the relationship between Helmond Sport and Burnley and how it's grown, particularly over the last decade in particular. But absolute honour to have you on, as I said. Do you want to talk about how the relationship first began between both clubs and obviously Darren Muller, etc.?
I think Ralph can tell that the best.
The longest.
Darren was a special appearance in the stands. Obviously not a Dutch one.
Yeah.
With different songs, different mentality. We got interested, became friends, and he invited us to visit the Burnley game once.
Yeah.
Which we did, and got off from there.
What were your first thoughts when you obviously heard about Burnley? Was it something that piqued your interest initially, or did you wonder where this little club and this little town was from, and then did Darren sort of start explaining the similarities between both clubs, etc.?
Well, yeah, everybody's interested in English football.
Yeah.
And then, when we met Darren, I didn't support a particular club, so it was worth a shot to come over here.
Yeah.
Him telling all these stories, we just wanted to find out.
And in terms of those stories, have you got any that you can remember, or can you particularly remember about the affection he spoke about Burnley with when he spoke to you about the club, etc.?
Pure passion.
Yeah. I saw some clips where I think when you did like a kit release last season, I think they got him singing "We Are Helmond, Super Helmond from the South" on a video, which is great. And that's what we can all sort of garner from football, is the passion that's within it. Obviously, his unfortunate passing was, something's grown out of that in terms of the unity that's between both fans. And can you talk about the Darren Muller Indoor Cup that you guys do as well? I saw that you guys do an indoor cup every year for local football teams, play in an indoor football league.
Yeah, it's a bit of an indoor football tournament.
Yeah.
In honor of Darren, and that's why it's named the Darren Muller Cup.
Oh, brilliant.
You can ride a team in with friends, and it ends up with a night of party.
Oh, class! We might have to start one at A and me and you up front or something like that, mate.
We'll do a wheelchair football a wheelchair one.
Yeah, we'll do a wheelchair football team, mate. But yeah, as I said there, about something happens with football fans that's really good, and football fans come together often in lots of different times, in times of happiness, in times of sadness. Can you talk a bit about, unity within sport and the positive things that sport brings to people's lives?
We play football all our lives.
Yeah.
And that's where we know each other off.
Yeah.
And that's the same with Burnley. When you see last summer, we went to see Burnley playing Genk. And when they're playing Mainz, and we go over there.
Brilliant.
We sit 5.5 hours in the car driving to Mainz. We're there, see the game, have a few beers, and we drive 5.5 hours back to Helmond. So that unity, it's one thing. That's football.
Yeah, dedication to the cause there from you driving 5.5 hours each way. Can you remember your first ever Burnley game?
More than 25 years ago.
Oh, brilliant! I'm not even 25.
But one of the nicest game we saw was last year against Blackburn.
Oh yes.
And it was
Love
also
that.
the Remembrance Day with the veterans, and we were sitting normally not on the good side of the stadium, but on that side. Barnes scored 2 times.
Yeah.
And all 3 goals were on that side, so we were very lucky to sit there. It was magnificent. It was 3 against nothing.
Yeah.
So it was really brilliant.
I bet you enjoyed it when Barnes pushed the goalkeeper into
He
the
was
goal.
he was sitting in front of us like that.
Yeah.
It was this close
Yeah.
to us. So that was
I just have goosebumps
yeah.
thinking about it.
Oh, brilliant.
I have never seen such a pure passion in a football ground.
And respect in front of
Yes.
the game. You never saw it. Also from the Blackburn fans and from the Burnley fans.
Yeah.
It was all quiet when all the militaries are.
It was
Yeah.
perfect.
And that was perfect. You don't see it that often in the whole world.
Yeah, I know that's something Helmond Sport are particularly passionate about as well, the military side of things, as you mentioned. Can you talk a bit about that? That wasn't even on the questions, but I feel it's important to talk about that as well. You know, military veterans, as you said, you have some war graves over in Helmond, don't you, that you try and incorporate and pay respect to?
No, but the respect in abroad for militaries, I'm a military as well.
Oh, brilliant.
And you don't have that in Holland. It's coming a little bit, but it's not that different. As it's quite different as all over the world, and you see it a lot in the UK. You see it also in the States. The respect for militaries. You don't have that like that in Holland.
Yeah. But it's definitely, like you say, that was a really good story to hear, that everyone was respectful and that, you know, you always get a good experience when you come over here, and that's what football's about, as we were saying. Can you discuss the similarities between both clubs and, you know, what we both have in common, would you say? As towns and also clubs.
As towns. Towns.
We have a lot in common.
Yeah, it's working class towns.
Textile industry.
Textile industry from the history. Quite even as big, because in Burnley you have 80,000 people living.
96 now, I believe.
96, no, that's
Helmond
same.
92,
Yeah.
so it's quite similar.
It's quite similar. Hard working. Nobody,
Nonsense.
no one believes in you.
Nobody likes us.
Nobody likes us.
We don't care.
So that's very similar with the two towns.
Do you think this,
Hard working.
Yeah. Do you think this relationship was almost meant to be before anyone even knew about it? Because that's what it comes across to me. As I was saying before we started recording there, you even had an English manager back in the 70s, what we discovered. It just seems that we're both very hard-working sets of towns and people, doesn't it? As you mentioned with the textile industry and stuff. Yeah.
Meant to be. That's what your question was, eh?
Yeah, I
it was
think
meant to
it's
be.
meant to be.
Maybe. I'm not sure. It happened, and we're glad that it happened. So that is wonderful.
But maybe the similar things from towns made that Darren felt lucky in Helmond.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I think. And he liked the football club because of the same things.
Yeah. He seemed a very, very popular man. What would he make of this relationship? Do you think, would he be absolutely buzzing that both sets of clubs and towns came together and, you know, showed hospitality to both?
He's that happy with it, and whenever we are over, it never rains.
Yeah.
Because he is smiling up there.
110%. And in terms of English fan football culture, I believe, and many others also believe, that English fans get a lot of bad reputation sometimes in the press and in the media. But what do you make of English football culture? And then also, as you said, with Dutch, you could go on to that in a moment. Yeah.
At the moment we have a lot of problems with fans in the football stadiums in Holland. I think it's because there's no clear, they don't make clear decisions. When you not behave perfectly, they don't, it's not clear when you behave perfect and when you don't behave perfect. And in England, in history, they had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And then they made the ban for life. You have to, how do I say it in English?
Yeah, report yourself somewhere.
Yeah, report yourself at the police station or something. I don't know. And no drinks on
On the stands.
on the stands. And that made that I think the problems in England are less on this moment.
Yeah.
And in Holland, they have to make some clear decisions how to handle it. Because on this moment we have a lot of problems.
In England, the punishment is clear.
Yeah.
If you step on the pitch, banned for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
In Holland,
they
there
don't
is no
make that
punishment.
clear.
Not yet.
Not yet, they're working on it.
And now you're seeing, after Corona, and you see a lot of poverty coming in Holland. And you see that together. You see it growing with the supporters.
Yeah. Do you think the organisations need to be more trusting of football fans and treat us more as, you know, football supporters rather than people who just buy tickets, because I often feel like football clubs and also FA organisations, whether that be in this country or, you know, other countries, they're trying to take the passion out of football for me, and that's a very dangerous. Obviously there's a balance. I'm not condoning anyone doing anything wrong, but passion has to be at the heart of sport, doesn't it?
It is, and I think it would help a lot if the people who make decisions are, first of all, they have to try to understand the passion of a football supporter.
Yeah,
that's important. But they don't understand the passion from a football supporter.
Yeah.
But for us, football supporter, it's important to always to pay respect for the other people.
Yeah.
They're not football clubs anymore. They're just companies.
Yeah.
Money is the most important.
That's it.
And
you have to make money. It's not about passion. It's about money.
When you're a young dad and you go with your two sons to the football, it has to be payable.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's too expensive to go with your lads.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And the passion is from us going to the sons and going on and on.
In Germany, I think I saw something where Freiburg are trying to get a situation where everybody can get into the stadium for free, and I think in Germany you can also drink in stadiums, which for me is a very good social model of trusting football supporters and something we should adopt over here.
Yeah. They've done a good job.
Yeah, but in Germany
it's all about family.
Yeah.
And
it's a family's days out.
And in Germany you see a different mentality.
Yeah.
Because they pay more respect for each other, maybe, or just in life.
Yeah.
Germans are different than Dutch guys.
And what does your typical match day look like both in this country and over in Helmond?
Loads and loads of beer.
Love that. Drink on my behalf there.
The biggest difference is when we come over to England to visit the game, we don't have to work in front. So
yeah.
that's
after.
Yeah. And what's your usual jaunt over here? Where do you like to go for a beer and to sup some ale? Do you go to the Royal Dice? You like to go to the Royal Dice?
We end over there.
Oh, brilliant.
Just before the game, we end in the dice.
Yeah. And what do you like most about that pub? That pub's won awards for Justine's hard work, you know, and it's a real testament to the people of Burnley.
We have a nice surprise for Justine today.
Oh, brilliant.
To pay our respects to the Royal Dice, we have a signed Helmond sports shirt for her.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Signed by all players.
Yeah.
And we will give it because they have been the best sports-looking bar from England.
I believe so. Yeah, the other day. That's massive credit to Justine. And you know, there's lots of different places to go over here, and as you can sort of agree, everyone from Burnley is really good people, and that's what I get from you guys as well. For any Burnley fans that want to make a trip over to Helmond and haven't perhaps been over there currently, as you know I do want to go over there, where would you recommend the places to go before the match over there for a beer and things?
Start at the heart of Helmond.
Yeah.
It's in the city centre.
It's in the centre. That's our local pub.
Our pub.
And then normally before the football, they all go to the supporters bar.
In the stadium.
Which is in the stadium.
Yeah, and I believe Dave as well was telling me about the Bavarian beer. Why is the Helmond beer so good?
It's a bit stronger.
It's a little bit stronger than the English beer.
Yeah?
Yeah, the English beer I believe is 3.5–4% alcohol. 4%. In Holland it's normally 5–5.5.
Oh, good stuff.
You can ask a few of them.
Yeah. I'm not sure they want to be on camera, but
they are.
Which is a shame because you asked how our day starts, our weekend starts to visit friends and feel like family.
For sure. And could you talk a bit about how Helmond are doing on the pitch at the moment? I know they won 4-0 last night. Do you want to talk a bit about the club and some of the most notable moments in your time supporting Helmond? What have been your best moments?
For last year, when you compare it with last year, we do a bit better. So we see, I discussed it with Lucien last week in the stand, it's better than the last year.
Yeah.
So that for us, we're happy because it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time since we made some positive football results. the best results for me was in 1982. I was only 13 years. Then we made promotion, and we became champion. So in the second league.
You're that old.
Yeah, that old. I don't look that old, but I am.
No, you definitely don't, buddy. You definitely don't.
Yeah, but we had some positive moments and we have negative moments, as every football club has, I think.
Yeah.
But it's always nice to be there because we have a community of supporters who is very strong, and we like each other, we love each other, and we drink a lot of beer.
And we know each other for life. We know each other for life.
100%. I agree. Like, my friends sometimes think I'm a bit weird when I don't get too het up about the football result. For me, it's as much about the day out and the overall experience of the game, especially on away games. You know, you can't beat going to somebody else's ground, seeing different areas of the country, etc. And I think that's what sport's all about. Have any of you guys got any favourite memories of being a Helmond supporter? Any other thoughts?
Away games, you mean?
Any game. In general.
I've played a few times against them.
Have you?
With amateur football.
Wow.
At the start of the season in a friendly. Oh, that were for me they were highlights.
Yeah.
As I was a goalie, it would be about fishing 10 times.
Oh.
But I loved it.
Love that. And I can't let you go without talking about the mighty Vincent Kompany and how Burnley have been doing under Vincent Kompany since he started his reign here as manager. How do you rate his time here, taking over from the god that is Sean Dyche?
Culture shock.
Yeah, first of all, we didn't believe that he would be a good manager for Burnley, but it came out very, very good, I think. He did a good job.
Yeah.
Last year you had a brilliant season.
Yeah.
And everything was good. Yeah. And now you play a lot of technical, good football.
Yeah.
But you just miss a little bit power.
Yeah, a bit of strength and a bit of tenacity.
That's what you miss now. And you don't need many players of it, maybe one or two, and that could help the team.
Yeah.
And that's just what I miss, some good power. But you only play to the top leagues at the moment, of the top clubs at the moment. So now we hope to get more results and more points to the lower up.
For sure, and hopefully that will come, because it feels a bit like a learning process at the moment for the club in the top division, learning as they go in terms of who they play against, like you said, with the lower opposition, and trying the best to nick a few points against the higher opposition.
You saw it against Luton. Now we have 3 points. We're happy.
Yeah.
That's why we need a good result again today.
And do you think?
And then you can climb. I hope for a result.
Yeah. And also on a professional level between both clubs, we also paid homage professionally in terms of Sir Darren with the away kit that you released, I think, last season. Can you talk a bit about that and the claret and blue homage in that way?
It's, to celebrate 25 years of friendship, they made our away kit claret and blue.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, there we go.
I need a bigger size. Bigger size.
Exclusive.
Thank you, Dave.
Exclusive here.
Yeah, that's,
but I need a slightly bigger size.
definitely as well. I'll be buying one of those, but I definitely need a bigger size because I've got 8 cups, mate.
They made us out of respect between the friendship over 25 years.
And how important are those links on a professional level as well as a social level to ensure that the links between the two clubs grow and grow,
Yeah, but on the profession, you see the guy over there.
Yeah, man.
It's William, we know him, and he's now on the board with Helmond Sport. And now you see it growing on a different level.
Yeah.
That's not our level again, we know him, he's a friend.
Yeah.
But now on a different level, it's growing. And we hope it continues. So with that we will see back
since last year
in the future,
getting to a professional level.
Yeah.
That Mr. Pace has been to Helmond.
Brilliant.
Mr. Van Ness has been here, so they get
Several
connected.
times, I think.
Yeah.
I think twice, 3 times.
Get a connection now, and it's above our. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
We can't make it happen. We can try to be the cement.
They're just the foot soldiers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And can I just say, thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. As Ian knows, I feed off good, honest, you know, working class people and working class conversation. I think this is what it's about. People coming together, and hopefully we've shown that from the YouTube clip and videos today. Thanks for joining me very much, guys. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank you very much
having us.
for having us over here.
Nice one. Cheers, lads.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Casual Minds, for having us.
Up the clarets.
Up the clarets.
Yeah.